been a while, hasn't it? Greetings, viewers alike. I am one of 2066, aka Dark Spectre, and welcome back to another Bionicle 2015 review. Now, before I start, I know you're probably going to say in the comments right now, weren't you going to do Lewa and the Lord of Skull Spiders? I was going to, but the only problem is that I've had difficulty finding them, as neither my Walmart or Toys R Us carries them whenever I look. So, worst comes to worst, I'm probably going to have to order the two online, which I'm perfectly okay with. But for now, I might as well start with the summer sets until I get my hands on those two. So we're going to be starting with Skull Slicer of the Summer Wave. So the box as usual, Lego Bionicle, Skull Slicer, 7-14, 70792, 71 pieces. Back shows all the stuff that we really don't care about. We want to see what's inside these containers, so let's move on with it. I expected a lot more for some reason, but... and that's what I get for having too high of expectations. Okay, so now let's open these bags up and see what we got. Liking what we got so far here. Alright, let's see what we got. So, starters, get the basic out of the way as usual. Actually, wait a minute. There's not that many basic here, is there? So I don't really need to go over anything. But let's just get out pieces that we have seen before. So we got the two hands in silver. Nice tint of silver. Really like that. Hair was in my eye. What else we got? That I could pull out of here real quick. Well, let's see. You know, we have these adapters in the nice gray. I don't know what I'm doing right now, as you can probably tell. Oh wait, I take that back. We actually have 4 of these hands, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least I should have 4 of them. Let me having difficulty finding the other one. Okay, I know you're around here somewhere. Was it still in one of the bags? Nope. Well, there's supposed to be 4 of them. I'm sure I'll find the other one. So it's no big deal right now. Oh, there it is. It was just hiding under the new piece. For returning pieces, we have this shield piece, the size 3 armor piece in the translucent orange, which is very nice to have. We also have a size 4 armor piece in gunmetal, which is also nice to have. And it looks like about it for, you know, pieces we've seen before. As far as recolors go, first off, we have 5, actually. Or is it 6? I can't tell. Oh yeah, it is 6. We have 6 of these bone pieces in a nice translucent green. The kind of green that we originally saw with Raka from Breakout. So that's nice to see. What else? Oh, we also have these feet. Returning pieces as well. We have the skull spider legs in the nice translucent orange, so that's a nice recolor. And I think that's about it. Excuse me. Also, we have the body piece in silver, which, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time we've gotten this in this color before, so I think that's new. I'm pretty sure of it. Don't quote me on that. And that's about it for recolors. Now, as far as new pieces are concerned, that's where things get interesting. Right out the bat, we have, I believe, 6. Yeah. We have 6 of these new limb pieces in nice silver. Very bony-like pieces. So, those are nice to have. We also have this new chest add-on in this nice translucent green. Looks like a ribcage. Very nice to have. We also, forgot to mention this. This is not a new recolor, but this is a new print. Is this chest piece, and we have a very asymmetrical print on here, which is pretty nice looking. We also have the new head with the eye stalk. Now this one is actually an orange, which is very nice to have, because so far we only gotten this in blue and translucent yellow-green, or lime, whatever you want to call that color. So this is one of the first time we get this color and get that piece in red. Oh yeah, we also have the chain piece in translucent orange, which I believe we got it from one of the Invasion from Below Hero Factory sets. I kind of stopped after a while when I found out Bionicle returned, so I don't know for sure. And we also have the Skull Spider mask in silver, so that's nice to have. We have 3 of these new blades in silver, which look very, very nice, very rugged and, well worn. And as always, we have the gearbox, so that's nice to have. We have this armor add-on in gunmetal. Now, there's debate as to what this actually looks like. Some say it looks like tattered fur. Some would say, shredded armor. I think it can go either way you want. I mean, it looks like one of the two, so I think it could be any way you want to interpret it. And finally, we have the corrupted Mask of Air. This is actually the first time I've gotten the Mask of Air in my hand, since I don't have Leeway yet. I'm hoping to get him soon. But this is very nice. It's actually green, but with a little painted gold for accent, which is very nice. So, now that we've looked at all the pieces, let's build a Skull Slicer. So, here he is. Skull Slicer. Pretty good build, I have to say. And there's actually one thing I forgot to go over, which is the good old instruction booklet. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you thought I forgot about it, but I didn't. So let's just take a quick look inside and not to waste your time. Alright, so we have the comic that we see on the back of the box, a little bit bigger so we know what's happening. And basic build, all the stuff that we really, really don't care about. You really don't care about this. I know you don't care about it. And then we get this. If we combine Skull Warrior with Skull Slicer and Skull Basher, we get this interesting build. It's pretty interesting, I could say that much. And then we have an advertisement for all the Skull villains, so Maskmaker versus Skull Grinder, Skull Slicer, which we have, Skull Basher, Skull Scorpio, and Skull Warrior, and then one Lego. Okay, so that's enough of your time with the instructions. So let's go over Skull Slicer now, like we should. As mentioned, this is a pretty good build. The gear function actually works in a way that you can move the arms in... Oops. I guess I did not put the sword in his hand just right. There we go. So his arms will work, however it is in a kind of weird fashion, in the sense that these three arms will move in sync, but this one, his upper left arm, is out of sync. So that's kind of a disappointment. Another disappointment is the fact that even though he's a villain in a sort, with all these open ball ends, They really should have armored this guy up. I mean, I get it. He's a skeleton. But put some goddamn armor on the guy. I mean, come on. He looks completely exposed on his legs and his lower arms, especially from the back. I mean, I understand this is a $15 set. I mean, that's okay, but they could have put some more into this guy. I'm not saying the set is bad for those points, but it's just something they could have done. Also, you can use his mask stealer, or whatever the official name is. I don't know what it is. You can use it for him to grab onto the corrupted mask of air, and you can do what they did in the animation. You can put it on him, which I don't know what this does exactly, but man, that looks weird now. So just leave him on with the skull spider mask, which, interesting thing, excuse me, this guy is said to be under control of the skull spider, Lord of Skull Spiders, yet he was defeated before this wave. Continuity error much? But that's not really a big deal. At least, to me, it isn't. But it's just interesting to note. Guess I should mention that you can barely move his head due to all the gear functions back there. The gearbox. I mean, at least you can get him in some nice poses, if you know how to pose him right. It actually kind of reminds me of Samakai from Ninjago. That's what it really reminds me of, which is a good thing. So, what do I think of the fallen Skull Slicer? Which can't hold on to the mask and can't stay still. Also, interesting thing to note before I move on, why are these two pieces here on the back of the feet? I mean, I guess they're used for balance, but that's still not enough. Because this guy is kind of top-heavy, as you're seeing right here. Which makes him very awkward to pose. I mean, you can't move him back any further, otherwise he's just going to fall and topple over. Which is kind of a disappointment, but oh well. It is what it is. Trying to make it where he has the mask. Am I going to stay? Yeah, it's going to stay. So, what do I think of Skull Slicer? It's a pretty good set. It has some good pieces, recolors at least, and some good weapons. And even though it's very asymmetrical, but that's okay, because not everything has to be symmetrical, I mean, just look at Kopaka and his mask. That's not very symmetrical, but who cares, right? But anyway, this is a good set. I would at least pick him up for the parts if you don't like him for the set itself. So, I'd pick him up if I were you. Anyway, the next review, I have no idea what it'll be. Either of Liwa, followed by the Lord of Skull Spiders, or another one of the Skull Villains. Probably either Skull Basher or Skull Warrior. But either way, this is it for this review. Thank you guys for watching this. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Be sure to check out my gaming channel, Dark Spectre, for more content. And as always, this has been 1up20xd6, aka Dark Spectre, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next review. Ciao!